Hi everyone, I'm back today with another K-pop haul. Today's package is my second ever order from Choice Music L.A. I had actually originally ordered these albums from Yes Asia because they were listed on their website as in stock and they had some of the most reasonable prices. However, a couple days after that, another fan who had ordered those albums posted that even though those items were currently listed on Yes Asia as in stock, they did not currently have the stock. They were trying to get more due to recent events, causing an influx of orders for these items. Fortunately, another fan gave the tip that Choice had the albums in stock, so I went ahead and placed an order there on December 28th. It shipped the very next day and arrived to me one day shy of a week. Meanwhile, my Yes Asia order was updated to say that those items are now listed under pre-order status, with an estimated release date of January 8th. Inside the package, we don't have all the little goodies and stuff like we did for the 17 albums, unfortunately, because I kind of was hoping there would be some little bonuses like that, but they did include another one of their Choice Gang stickers. I ordered 2 albums, both by SHINee's Jonghyun. His Story Op.1 album and Op.2, the photo version. On Yes Asia, I had ordered a random version, but Choice Music let you pick, and the photo version was the one I wanted more, so that's the one that I got. I am a Shawol. SHINee are one of my ultimate groups, along with Monsta X, BAP, and FX. And I do try to keep up with their collection. You know, I have all of their full-length group albums, most of their mini albums, and at least one version of almost all of their solos. But for some reason, I never bought these 2 albums. I remember when Op.1 came out, I wasn't that interested in adding it to my collection because I had heard it was a lot of slower, more ballady songs, and those typically aren't really my style. And I also knew that the photo book didn't actually have any pictures of Jonghyun, it was just art. And again, that wasn't a priority in my collection. And I collect so many different groups that it just kind of fell behind on the priority list and I never got around to getting it. With Op.2, I didn't really care for the single that much at first because I'm not a huge fan of Taeyeon. Her stuff is kind of hit or miss for me. And again, it was more of a ballad. Plus, I didn't have a job at that time, so I was having to really crunch numbers and really pick and choose which albums I bought this year. And I feel bad about that now because I actually hadn't listened to either of these albums in full. Because I listened to the singles from both albums and made my judgment based off that and just never got around to listening to the whole thing, which I don't know why. I really don't know why, because like I said, SHINee are one of my ultimate groups. So why would I not listen to albums by a member of one of my ultimate groups? But in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't, because when the news broke, it was like I still had material that was new to me to go back and listen to, if that makes sense. I haven't brought myself to read any of the lyrics yet because I know from just the little snippets of translations I saw posted after the 18th that it's very heavy lyrically at times, and I don't think I'm ready to read that yet. But musically, I will say that both of these albums are very, very beautiful, and if you haven't listened to them because maybe you're not as into ballads or you didn't really care for the singles, but you do like SHINee or you do like Jonghyun, just give each of these albums a listen at least once. Because there's a lot of different styles on the albums. It's not all ballads, and it's worth listening to at least once. I definitely think so. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Op.1 first. On the cover, we have this artwork of 2 hands reading for each other, along with the title and Jonghyun's name. On the spine, we've got Jonghyun and then the title once again. And on the back, we have the track listing, and this one contains 9 songs. The title track, End of a Day, You and I, Like You. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this. I think it's Latin. Diffilea Graii. It's also called Skeleton Flower, so we're going to call it Skeleton Flower. And then Happy Birthday, I'm Sorry, 234, Fine, and Maybe Tomorrow. On the inside, we have the disc, which has a similar picture to the cover, along with a picture of a rooster. It's all black and white as well. We have our typical SM advertisement with the genie code. Then we have the credits, and every single one of these songs was both written and composed by Jonghyun. These truly are like his works. Whereas for his more mainstream solo albums, Bass and She Is, he worked with a variety of producers and composers. These were totally his. We have the lyrics for End of a Day, You and I, Like You. I have to admit, since I've started listening to these albums, I haven't listened to this one as much as I have Part 2. Part 2, I feel like has songs that are more my style, but they're both very, very beautiful. Like this one, the Skeleton Flower song is gorgeous. Even though it's a ballad, it's a gorgeous ballad. Happy Birthday. I'm Sorry. $2.34. Fine. And maybe Tomorrow. I have to admit, I don't totally understand the artwork. I'm not much of a visual art person. I'm much more inclined to writing and music when it comes to art. But I love having physical albums. I'm a collector of physical albums, so I wouldn't have felt right having Part 2 without Part 1 as well. And we have Part 2, which, as I said, is personally my favorite of the two albums, but they're both very, very beautiful works of art. This is the photo version. There was also an essay version released, which had more artwork pictures, kind of like Op.1, but they were in color and artistic representations of Jonghyun, compared to the black and white images from Part 1. On the side, we've got some credit information, 2017, which I don't know what all the Korean says because I can't read Hangul, but seeing that the dash and then the 2017 on that spot, something about that is just very chilling in retrospect. I have the track listing on the back. I think that is dividing it into different parts. But again, I don't read Hangul, so I don't know exactly what it says. But there are 10 songs on the physical version of this album. We have the title track Lonely featuring Taeyeon, 1000, Just Chill, Love Is So Nice, Blinking Game, Elevator, Let Me Out, Fireplace, Our Season, and the CD-only bonus track, Where Are You? And honestly, I recommend picking up a physical copy just for that song. I looked it up on YouTube before I bought the album to see, like, would I be absolutely devastated if I wasn't able to get a physical copy of that song? And it's just, I feel like it perfectly encapsulates Jonghyun, if that makes sense, because it's a really beautiful melody line, and I actually did read the lyrics for that one, and the lyrics are very introspective. They really kind of clue you into kind of, like, what was going on in his mind, if that makes sense. It is a really, really, actually a really sad song for most of it. But then you get to the very end and there's a twist. And I'm not going to spoil that twist for you because I feel like you have to hear it for yourself. But literally, like, the first time I heard that song, I was almost in tears, and then the twist happened and all I could do was just smile and laugh. And I don't know, I feel like that's, in a way, like what Jonghyun would want, you know, is you can be sad and you can cry it out and take as much time as you need, but in the end, I think he would want us to smile again. And the cover for this version is a slipcase, and inside we have the photo book, and the disc itself is inside of this cardboard type sleeve. We have the track listing over here, and the CD itself, which has a really beautiful picture of a beach. And this is the back of the booklet. The front is similar to the cover art. Same setting, but a different photograph and in black and white. We have Lonely, track 1. Looks like these are maybe some lyrics. We have all the credits. Once again, everything was written and composed by Jonghyun. He did work with some other composers and arrangers as well, but he was in charge of everything. And I believe these pictures are from the set of the music video for Lonely. For the lyrics for Lonely, featuring Taeyeon. And some of the imagery in this video is just so difficult in retrospect. Lyrics for 1,000. Like, I don't think it's any coincidence what it's reminiscent of. Some more beach photos, very peaceful. Lyrics for Just Chill. We have a photo card. The photo cards for this album, there were 2 for each version, but the style of the photo cards goes with the opposite version. So, for example, this is the photo version of the album, so it had a art style photo card, whereas the essay version has photo cards. I love the little Polaroid pages. I just think that's a really neat touch. Lyrics for Love Is So Nice, which is one of my favorite songs on this album. It has a really pretty melody. Lyrics for Blinking Game. Lyrics for Elevator, which is another one of my favorites. And Let Me Out, which is my favorite on the album. I really like the production on this one. It almost reminds me of like Lana Del Rey or something like that. Which sounds like a strange comparison, but it's what it makes me think of. I really like the way that song is done. That's a really lovely picture of him. Lyrics for Fireplace. Lyrics for Our Season. And then a bunch more Polaroids. Him playing the guitar. And lyrics for the CD-only bonus track, Where Are You? Which, if you don't have the physical version of this album and you've only listened to the digital version or you haven't listened to it at all, I highly recommend you seek out Where Are You. It's very worth listening to, in my opinion. That's something, how for most of the photo book it's got white pages, and then at the very end it switches to all black. Then we have the credits. I really enjoy both of these albums, and I'm really glad to finally have them in my collection. I only regret that it took me so long to do so, and I highly recommend that if you have not heard these albums, maybe for some of the same reasons that I expressed, please do so. I really don't know what more I can say there. Just please give these a listen at least once. I don't know how far along into the process of his intended comeback album Jonghyun was, but I know that he was filming the music video a few days before. And I hope that if they were far enough along with the album, that SM will still see fit to release it. Ideally, I would love for them to donate the profits to like a mental health cause, but unfortunately, I can't see SM being that charitable. But I feel like if he got far enough in the album, if he was done with it or almost done with it, then I feel like he would want what was finished to be released. And I hope that SM does that. Partly for selfish reasons. Partly because I'm not ready to accept the fact that he's gone. And I don't want to accept the fact that there will be no more music of his. Because he truly was such a talented individual, not just as a singer. He was a very talented singer, as we can see, just from his lines on SHINee songs. And not just as a writer, which we could see from the lyrics that he wrote for SHINee and for other artists, but, like, truly all-around talented singer, writer, composer. And it honestly really sucks that we've lost that. And it sucks that it's only now, after he's gone, that people are going out and, like, buying his albums in droves. And it sucks that I, too, am guilty of that. Yes, I had his more mainstream solo albums, Bass and She Is, but I never got around to even listening to the more artistic projects. And I don't even have a really good reason why. I don't know. I just know that Jonghyun is so incredibly missed and so incredibly loved, and I hope that wherever he is, that he can sense that he knows how much people care about him. And I apologize for rambling so much and for getting emotional in this unboxing. I know that is not what you guys come to this channel for, but this is a special circumstance. I hope that you had somehow enjoyed this unboxing anyway. And if you'd like to see more unboxings or K-pop hauls like this one, you can check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.